Corporate culture is white supremacy culture, and the 10th characteristic of white supremacy culture is fear of open conflict. Fear of open conflict has burned so many careers, it is not even funny. This is the most corporate thing I've ever heard. If you are harmed at your job, there is an unwritten expectation that you are just supposed to shut up and take it. This is what it looks like in practice, and this is from dismantlingracism.org. It says people in power are scared of expressed conflict and try to ignore it or run from it. And notice it's saying people in power, so the people that actually can do something about the conflict. When someone raises an issue that causes discomfort, the response is to blame the person for raising the issue rather than to look at the issue that is actually causing the problem. This is what is ruining so many people's careers, a characteristic of white supremacy, that fear of open conflict. There are so many people that have been relentlessly bullied, antagonized, and attacked in the workplace, and when they bring the issue up, they are seen as the problem. This is what makes these environments so insufferable. The people in power refuse to take any responsibility for the team dynamics. And in fact, they willfully ignore the problems in the organization and call it leadership. In my opinion, this is a nightmare for neurodivergent people for so many reasons. First, your justice sensitivity alarm is going to get fried in an environment like this. There are so many injustices happening all around you, and you are not going to just be able to look the other way. The other reason is that you're going to be seen as different. You just fundamentally stand out as different in an environment like this. And if something happens to you, you're not going to just take it. You're going to want to fight. And even if it's justified, it's not going to matter because you standing up for yourself, you advocating for yourself is going to be seen as what the problem is, not the harm that's being caused to you. They want you just, once again, to shut up and take it. So why is this happening? It's happening because one of the tenets of white supremacy is that fear of open conflict because people believe that you're supposed to be polite, you're supposed to be good. And if you're not doing that, you're a problem, even if something bad is happening to you. That means they see raising issues as being impolite, as being rude, as being something that you're not supposed to be doing, no matter what it's about. That means that they only care about optics. They do not care about integrity. When it comes to conflict, they will happily bury it, then address it or fix it, no matter how detrimental it is to the organization. So often, the people that are getting fired are not the people that are actually causing the problems, but the ones that are pointing it out. Here are the antidotes from dismantlingracism.org. It says, role play ways to handle conflict before conflict happens. So actually invest in the idea of conflict resolution instead of just running and burying your head in the sand. Distinguish between being polite and raising hard issues. Don't require those who raise hard issues to raise them in an acceptable way, especially if you're using the ways in which issues are being raised as an excuse to not address those issues, which makes sense. Once a conflict is resolved, take the opportunity to revisit it and see how it might have been handled differently. So I don't know, like learn from the things that happen that go wrong in the organization and actually get better, because otherwise it's just a Groundhog Day over and over and over again. You're just really reliving the same bullshit every single day where people pretend like all the toxic shit that's happening is not happening. If the company that you are working for is just blindly following the rules of white supremacy and they don't seem like they even notice that it's happening, then they are not going to change. They have no reason to change. They don't even see that they have a problem. So that means you are going to continue to suffer. If you're not in a position of power at this company, then you are again, I'm going to say it again, at the mercy of it. So that means that sometimes your best option to not participate in white supremacy is to walk away. If you're a neurodivergent woman and you're sick of corporate and you're ready to build something on your own, but you don't know where to begin, I've opened a community. We have 7 members so far, including myself, and we are working through together how to get out of corporate. We'd love to have you. We need to do this together because the system is designed to keep us trapped in our shitty 9 to 5s.